Hey guys, welcome back to Handbuilt. Today we're going to go through the process of building the Shapeoko Pro XXL. I'm going to show you how I put mine together. This video is going to be long and drawn out, but I'm going to show you every step that I took to build this Shapeoko, so that way you can get yours assembled whenever you get yours. And if you're watching this video and you have your Shapeoko Pro sitting in your garage in the box, it's time to put it together. Whether you just bought a Shapeoko Pro XXL or you are thinking about getting one, this will give you an idea of what it's like to put one together and how long it takes. I did this over a period of a couple days, but at the time I was working midnight shift and I would just do a little bit when I got home, and it was also cold. Yeah, this will give you an idea of what it's like to put your Shapeoko Pro XXL together, and it's not hard. Anyone can do it. All right, first we're going to show the unboxing of the Shapeoko.
Whoa, look at that organization. That's amazing. Everything's in like a little box. This is awesome. So everything comes neatly packed in two boxes. I emptied the first box out and it had these items in it. Looks like the base frame, end plates. This one's got a bunch more stuff, the drag chain, router, the X and Z assembly. So the first things came out of this box right here. You can see it's pretty big, it was pretty heavy. So, all right guys, let's get to building. I also wanted to note that I did order the Get a Grip kit. It came in this separate box. And also, I did get the Carbide 3D router. Instead of getting one from the store, I went ahead and got their router. Let's get to putting this thing together. Alright guys, this is what I did. I separated everything. This is box 1 and the hybrid bed, which was in box 2, but I laid it over here. And then I took everything else from box 2, put it here. So let's get to building.
All right, so the first box that we're going to set up is the base frame. This comes with the cross member, the left and right drag chain panel. It comes with a toolkit with wrenches and the required bolts, cable tie mounts, and the button head cap screws, and a pack of 100 cable ties. So once you get the 4 cross members unpacked, you're going to want to place them horizontally across the table. Space them evenly apart. The side bracing is going to determine the distance, but you just want to lay them out so they're ready to be connected. So the 2 holes are going to face the front, the 2 side-by-side holes, and then you can see there, that goes on the left, and the holes that are on the right hand go to the right. It's pretty simple. You're going to want to make sure the standoffs are tightened. You can tighten them by hand. Just give them a turn and make sure that they're finger tight. You can see that mine was a little bent, so you can just bend that back by hand. Probably from packing it in the shipping box, got a little messed up there. That's much better. All right, let's get this thing back together. So the two holes on the left edge go to the back, and then the two holes in the front go forward. Take the shroud hardware and the included tools and start to tighten down the bolts. Make sure that once you get them tight, back them out a quarter turn just to leave them loose a little bit so you can move it around. Don't worry about squaring the base frame at this time because we'll do that later. So I'm going to speed it up so you don't watch every second by second of me tightening these up. It's the same for each one. So this next box is the Y rails. Yeah. Just having a little bit of fun there. Because this is a boring video, guys. This is long and drawn out. So let's take the Y rails off and get them put in place. You'll know which side they go on because the left rail has Shapeoko Pro on it and it faces towards the bed, and then the other side has the American flag and it faces towards the bed. So the next thing is to take these long bolts and feed them down through the rail and make sure they line up with the holes at the bottom. Try not to hit the wires or pinch the wires while you're doing this also. And again, use the supplied Allen wrenches to tighten it up. Do not use power tools and leave it a little bit loose, maybe just finger tight so you can adjust the base to square it later. All right, next we're going to install the end plates. So the end plates have to be in a certain order. So the one on the right has the power plug in it, the front right, and the back left has a end stop wired to it. And then the left and the left rear and the left front don't have any kind of wiring in them, but they go a certain way. Wow, look at you. You're doing a good job. So next, we're going to install the gantry. This is a little tricky, so pay attention on this part. The gantry comes pre-assembled in the box, just like this, and it has the padding to hold it in place. So this is all you do. You just take it out of the box, take the packaging off of it, and set it in place. Now we're going to connect the gantry end plate to the Y carrier plate. You'll have to do this on both sides. So in this part, I put this top plate on, and I did it upside down, so don't do it the way I do it. The holes were in the wrong spot. Follow the instructions. Alright, the fun part, attaching the belts. This is pretty straightforward, it's not too hard. Just make sure that you have them pretty tight whenever you install them. And just follow the assembly guide that comes with the Shapeoko Pro. It'll show you how to route the belt if you can't see there in the video. I left a lot of belt hanging over there, but you can trim that and make it shorter. I just was afraid that I was going to have to loosen it or tighten it, and I didn't want it to be short, so. All right, guys, I think now's a good time to say thank you for watching my channel. And if you like content like this and you want to learn more about the Shapeoko Pro XXL, I'm going to be putting more videos out like this periodically and some starter videos to get you started with your CNC cutting. So subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss videos from me. And I just want to thank you all for helping me grow. And hopefully I can do this more often and get you some videos to help you learn the Shapeoko and other woodworking stuff. Thanks again. I appreciate you. Once you get the left side belt on, you're going to square up the gantry. So just get this part finished up. And then we're going to move the gantry back and forth. This is where you're going to tighten those other bolts that you started from the base on the beginning. Tighten everything up from here. Move the gantry to the front position. Tighten the bolts on the front, the middle, and then the back. This will ensure that your gantry moves front to back and is square. So there's a shipping screw that holds the XZ bracket in place. You have to remove that with the supplied Allen wrench. Next, you'll just assemble the XZ entire assembly. Just bolt that right to that plate. Alright, next we're going to install the X belt. And this is fairly straightforward. It's similar to when we did the Y rails. Next, we're going to install the X motor. It's fairly simple. There's a loop that you left with the belt that goes around the motor gear. Now, whenever you go to install the drag chain, make sure that this top plate is installed correctly. Mine was upside down, I believe, so the mounting holes weren't in the right place.
X. Z.
All right, coming up here, you're going to see that I realized that this plate was installed upside down because the holes are not in the right place. All right, now we're just installing the brackets for the chain. All right, once you get your drag chain in place and mounted, you can go ahead and start wiring up all the motors and connecting all the wiring at the top there, the X.
Alright, now we're going to install the other drag chain, and that's going to be for the router. Alright, so I packaged the router that came with the Shapeoko. This is going to be Carbide's router that they supply. I went ahead and added it to the mount, and then I took the drag chain and I opened it all up so I could run the wire through it. It's easy just to pry these open. Just use a screwdriver and pop them open. Then once you run the wire through, just close them back up. They just snap together. Alright, are you guys still with me? We got the drag chain installed, and now we're going to mount the router. Alright guys, we're in the final stretch. The hybrid table. Let's get it all unboxed and get everything laid out. So you're going to want to take the MDF out of the aluminum channel because you can't get the screw down through it with it on there. So go ahead and put these in place.
and then we're going to go ahead and screw them down. Now you can take your MDF pieces and start adding them to the channels. Alright, so now we're going to install the controller box. This has all the electronics in it and everything you need to run the motors. All right, once you have that installed, we're going to start the wiring. Ooh.
This is the bit setter, which comes with the Shapeoko. This is the power, which goes, I believe, right here. Sorry guys, it's hard to see with the camera blocking my view. Now the YL, I believe Winston said on the video that he goes to Y1. If your Y-axis is going the wrong direction whenever you have it all assembled, just flip the Y1 and the Y2, which is going to be the right Y and the left Y. Z limit. X limit at the bottom. X motor. YR should get a Y2. And finally, we should have the Z motor. What are we forgetting? This is the Y. All right. Now be careful with this part, guys. I don't like shoving this stuff up in here like this. Yeah, definitely don't like shoving this stuff up in here like this. But that's the way it needs to go. That's what we're gonna have to do. Tuck all these wires down here. All right. Ah, popped out. Knew you would. Probably be good to have the screws handy before I do that. These are just thumb screws. If I can get them lined up. Sorry guys, I can't see with this camera here.
So in the back here is where you plug in the power cable and the USB cable that goes to your computer. The USB cable that comes with it is fairly long, but I bought one that was like 10 feet long so I can move my computer around. So you can check out something like that on Amazon. Just make sure it's a quality wire.
Next, we're going to write our name on the nameplate because we're done. Make sure you take the plastic coating off of the nameplate too. I didn't do that. Guess what, guys? Make sure you take the wrapper off before you write your name on it. Take two. I love the sound of the CNC. And it sounds even better because it's yours. Congratulations and good job putting it together.
Alright, that's it. Next, we're going to get the bottom part of our bench done, and I'm going to have that video coming up next for you. And then we're going to get some starter cuts done. Let's learn together how to cut things out on the Shapeoko. You can see that I've cut some things out on mine, but I want to get back to the basics and show you how to get started and do some, organization, maybe make some tool holders to go inside of the shelves. Let's build some stuff together and learn together. If you're new with the Shapeoko Pro, or any of the Shapeoko, or even other CNCs, a lot of the stuff is the same. So if you learn how to make something on one, a lot of times it's the same on the other one. So the code that goes to the controller is often the same. So yeah, stick around and we'll have some more videos for you. Up next, we're gonna build the bottom part of the CNC table with some pull-out storage, and I'm gonna show you my dust collection system that I'm gonna put in here. So stick around and subscribe to this channel so that way you don't miss the next video. See ya.